Greetings, everyone, and a very big hello from me, Idee, and the cats here. So, fireworks season is fast approaching in some parts of the world, at least. And today's webcast is intended for anyone struggling to figure out how to help their animal companions stay calm in the midst of the loud noises and the bright lights that upset the sensitivities of our animal companions. Now, I know of some dogs who are completely unfazed by the sound of the crackers, the firecrackers. They're not bothered by the lights, they're not bothered by the sounds. And not everyone is that lucky. Many of us live with animal companions who simply freak out during the fireworks. And the idea here is to provide a very simple set of guidelines, tools, that anyone can follow along with and make things a little easier for our animal companions. If you are a Reiki practitioner or an energy worker, you probably already have a set of really fantastic go-to tools. And the approach here, what we're going to talk about today, it is meant to be very simple and very accessible to anyone and everyone. You do not need any prior knowledge of Reiki or any other mode of energy work for this one. And I call it the 2Y approach to help animals stay calm, especially during fireworks. So first, let's do a very quick exercise, just for a few seconds. Just take a few seconds and think how you feel during the fireworks. How do you feel when you hear the lights, when you hear the sounds, when you see the bright lights, and there's fireworks going on around you, and maybe you have family and friends over? What kind of emotions come up for you? What kind of feelings come up for you? I will give you a few seconds, and if you have a pen and paper, you can also write them down. Okay, so if you need a few more seconds, you can just hit the pause button, and then when you're done, come and follow along. Now look at the emotions that have come up for you and ask yourself, just look at the emotions and then say that, if I were to be my dog, or if I were my cat, and if I look at the world and if I look at myself through the eyes of my cat or my dog, how would I react to these emotions? And remember that extremes of both the happy stuff, excitement, and the not so happy stuff, such as fear or being overwhelmed, they both cause an imbalance in the energy field. It becomes a little spiky. And our animal companions, they can sense this. And your cat is saying, "What is that loud noise?" And then look at my human, she's acting quite weird too. I'm gonna freak out. My cat Duchess was very sensitive to sound, and she used to get very anxious and very frantic during fireworks. As a Reiki practitioner, my go-to thing those days used to be Reiki. And as I tried to get into what I call my Reiki mode, I would realize that I was myself pretty much off balance. So the first task was to get myself to be balanced, centered, and grounded. And the moment I did that, Duchess would come down too. And I realized that I have a role to play in this as well. From Duchess's point of view, as long as I was steady and calm, she had the assurance that all was well with the world and she would be fine too. So now that brings us to the first Y of the 2Y approach. Just give me a few seconds. I wanted to share a couple of slides. Okay, so this is the first Y. The first Y is you. The first focus is you. And so when you're feeling down and overwhelmed, or you're feeling high and excited, in both cases, you have lost balance, you have lost your grounding. And remember that your animal companion is very much tuned into your energy field. If they sense your energy field as spiky or wobbly, then it just adds to their distress, because they cannot bear to see you in the state of distress. And when we are hovering around, and sometimes we do that because we really want to take care of them. So we are hovering around, we are checking in on them again and again, and then they get this message. Something is off, that is why she's trying to comfort me. That is why she keeps checking on. So first there is the noise going on, and then on top of that, the human is also acting weird, so something must be wrong. Instead, we can use the same connection we have with them to convey a sense of wellness, a sense of balance, and a sense of calm. Because the calmer we are, the calmer they will be. So make that shift, turn that focus on yourself. We will do a short practice that will help both you and your animal companion get to a state of being calm. And once you find your balance and your center, you become that lighthouse. It's like you're radiating a sense of peace and harmony for your animal companions. And they get that sense of assurance radiating from you. And they will say, this sounds nice. I love this sense of comfort. And that is how the focus shifts. Now, the second why. The second why is your environment. Okay. Now, the idea here is to create a safe space for your companion. My cat has a fortress of his own. It is stacked with his blankets and old t-shirts, smells that bring him comfort. When he feels the need to hide, he goes into his fortress. We have a pact that when he is in his fortress, he is not to be disturbed or poked at, no hovering. And maybe your cat or your dog already has a space of his or her own. And if not, just look at your house through the eyes of your animal companion and see what spot appeals the most. It is best to create a familiar surrounding well in advance of the actual event. This gives them the time to claim it as their own. And try to have a spot away from the noise and make sure there is sufficient air circulation. There are a few other things that you can also do to create a calming environment. Smudging is something that I use quite regularly. So you can also burn sage to remove any heavy energy present in the house. Sometimes emotions that we go through, attract unwanted energies, and burning sage can help clear that up. Having soft lights, candles help. They create a very soothing atmosphere. If you're using essential oils, please make sure that they are friendly for your cats and dogs. Some essential oils can actually be very, very harmful, especially for cats. You can also energetically seal and clear the space. So if you're an energy worker, you probably already know how to do this. And otherwise, what you can do is just quieten down again for a few minutes and then visualize a very safe space. You can imagine a golden egg or a purple egg or a bubble, and imagine that you are surrounded by that golden bubble. And inside that, you're completely safe and protected. You can also imagine the same golden bubble around your animal companions. And as you imagine that, you also imagine that they are safe and protected. Now, the key word here is to set the intention. You set the intention that, yes, I am surrounded by this golden bubble of protection and safety. And you also set an intention for your animal companion. And in your mind's eye, you see them surrounded in that golden bubble, in a space of safety and protection. And through that intention, you actually create the golden bubble. Some dogs also like soft music or white noise to blank out the other noise that is going on around. So you can check in advance if your dog has an affinity for music. Bach Flower Rescue Remedy is another great tool for dealing with stress, shock, trauma. If you're using Rescue Remedy, I do recommend starting a few days in advance. It gives a chance for the Rescue Remedy to start working and before the event happens. And a few other resources as well, which I will share, and you'll find them in the comment section, or you'll also see them in my blog. Okay, so now with that, we are going to get into a short practice. Now you can follow along with this at any time you wish to, either before the fireworks if you want to get familiar with it. You can do this during the fireworks. You can also do this after. You can always come back and follow along with this whenever you feel that you need a little help in comforting and calming your animal friends. Okay. All right, now for this, just make sure that you are sitting, and you have to be sitting with your back straight and your feet touching the ground. Now close your eyes and follow along with the instructions. Start by taking a few deep breaths. So you'll breathe in through your nose and breathe out with a little force through your mouth. And it sounds like this. So we breathe in into our belly, and we breathe out with a little force through our mouth. And once more, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Continue breathing for a few rounds. With each breath, you feel yourself sinking in deeper and deeper. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. You start breathing naturally through your nose and out through your nose, gently and softly. Now feel your feet on the ground and become very aware of the ground beneath your feet. How does the ground feel? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it concrete? Or maybe it is grass. Just become very aware of the sensations beneath your feet. And then become aware of the sensations beneath their layer. What lies beneath that layer? Is it more concrete? Maybe it is soil. And just become very aware of what lies beneath your feet. And you find yourself going deeper and deeper, touching the soil, touching the earth. And this time, as you breathe, breathe in through the soles of your feet. Imagine that clear, vibrant earth energy rising up through the soles of your feet, right into your heart. And as you breathe out, imagine that everything that is holding you back, any stress, any tension, anything else that is holding you back from being fully present, just visualize that all of that is leaving your body in the form of black soot, right out through the soles of your feet, back into earth. Once more, breathe in and imagine that earth energy rising up through the soles of your feet into your heart. And breathe out and let go of everything that is holding you back. And all of that goes out in the form of a black soot, out through the soles of your feet and back into Mother Earth. Breathe in and feel the breath rising up through the soles of your feet into your heart. And breathe out and let go of anything that needs to be released. Continue breathing for a few more rounds. And as you breathe in, you feel that this earth energy rising up into your heart. This is a very loving, supporting energy. Mother Earth is always there, holding us and supporting us. And breathe out and let go of anything that needs to be released. Once more, breathe in through the soles of your feet, and this clear, vibrant earth energy is now within you. It fills up each and every cell in your body. You feel strong and stable and grounded. And next time, as you breathe in, once again, imagine that strong, stable earth energy rising up into your heart, filling up each and every cell of your body. And this time, breathe out through your heart. You breathe out through your heart, and it's almost as if you're radiating out the strong, stable, vibrant energy. Breathe in and breathe out through your heart. You are now like a lighthouse, radiating the strength and stability and the balance. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bring to mind your animal companions. And just as this earth energy is available for you, holding you, supporting you, the same earth energy is also there for your animal companions. And Mother Earth is holding them, supporting them. And you can visualize the same earth energy rising up through their paws into their hearts. And you can also visualize that they are letting go and releasing all the fear and the anxiety and the worries. And as this earth energy rises up into their hearts, the same earth energy is also radiating out from their hearts, and they are reaching out to you. It is almost from your heart to their hearts, there is a golden bridge of connection. And you're both stable, strong, and steady. Continue breathing and continue feeding the earth energies. And know that your animal companions are also surrounded and held by the same earth energies. Let your heart expand a little more and imagine that you are now radiating that light out to all the animals, the ones out in the streets, the ones out in the wild, anyone who's looking for a little safety and comfort tonight. And you know that the same earth energy is also available for all animals. And you're all joined in this circle, in this web of life, held and supported by Mother Earth. Continue breathing. And anyone who wants comfort tonight will find comfort. Now slowly thank all the animals who joined here today with you. Know that they are always supported and they are always held. Thank them and you let them go. Thank your animal companions for sharing the space with you. They will always be in your heart. Thank them and you let them go. Slowly bring your attention back to your feet. And once again, become aware of the ground beneath your feet. And become aware of your surroundings. And once you feel complete, you may open your eyes. Well, thank you, my friend, for tuning into this webcast. And I hope you found some useful information. There are also multiple Facebook groups that are offering Reiki support during the firewalk. So if you need information on any of them, just contact me and I can guide you to some of them. And if you need any extra support, specifically if you have a very skittish cat or a nervous dog, you can also reach out to me. And with that, this is me signing off with a very short blessing. May our animal companions know that they are safe and supported. May the power of this unconditional love and support comfort all animals that are out in the streets and out in the wild. May they find safety and shelter tonight. All is safe and all is well. Wishing you a very peaceful holiday. Thank you.